Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Outrun the Neon Sun. This is Dan, and I've had a few requests to do an arcade tour, so I want to do that for you right now. This is my Legends Ultimate Mini. I just got it. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and it's just like a really good addition for some of the games that I didn't have. So I really do enjoy this. This is my most recent pickup. I don't really find this to be the most aesthetically pleasing cabinet, but nonetheless, it's great. And here's my baby Yoda from Costco that moves and talks just because I have issues. I have some cutouts of the Pac-Man game. Now this Street Fighter 2 cabinet, and I'll get to it in a second, was my first cabinet I ever bought, or actually was given to me. But a little bit on the wall decorations, I have some Nintendo NES game kind of decorations. It's been a lot of fun to kind of put those up. You can see the Mario franchise I have on there, Sonic from Genesis, and you got Adventures of Link and Zelda. So these games right here are just some incredible fun. I love the Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's also another Street Fighter 2 cabinet to the left. So it's kind of sandwiched between the two. I have them there because it's kind of like my fighting cab position. And as you'll see really close, next to this is also my MVSX SNK Neo Geo cabinet. And that generally plays fighters. Now I love all of these. Obviously, if I'm going to get rid of one, it's going to probably be the Street Fighter 2 cabinet because I have two of them. And I just recently did a 5-minute review on this MVSX cabinet, and it's been so much fun to play. I'm actually going to probably mod it with the help of PD7, which has been great, and I'm really excited about that. So a close-up view of my two favorite NES games of all time. I know it's kind of weird that I like Adventures of Link, but whatever. My Tron cabinet is glorious, one of the best, most beautiful cabinets I own. I absolutely love this cabinet. I highly recommend it if you haven't picked it up. It's just so different and gorgeous. I mean, it to me is just that straight nostalgia that I love, that I absolutely love. And you can see it's just gorgeous the way they created it. Arcade went up, hit it out of the park for this one. So tucked away over here is my Dragon's Lair cabinet behind the Tron. It's on my way to my office. It's what I play all the time. I have another baby Yoda just because I have an obsession with Star Wars, and I have an ET action figure on top. But Dragon's Lair, this game, again, Arcade One Up just did a phenomenal job. It's gorgeous. If you can't tell, I mean, it's the way everything was done. There's people complaining about certain things on this cabinet, but I just love it. It's the closest thing I have to the real thing, and it's great. This is my office where I actually spend most of my day. All those things on the wall is all for my church, but I have a bunch of posters from movie posters that my buddy lets me have in my office because he doesn't have anywhere to store them. But I do want to make a mention of the fact that I have bats right here. Those bats are an homage to the Dodgers because I have an unhealthy obsession with Los Angeles Dodgers. And as you can tell, I have an obsession with books. I love tons of books. It's kind of my job. I also love G.I. Joe. I love Lord of the Rings. I love Star Wars, not in that order. And I just have a lot of things that I love to collect. Obviously, I'm a collector, and I have a New Wave Toys section that's going to go right there. King of the Dead, a beautiful picture of my wife when she was like 19, a long time ago. Star Wars, I got some Funko Pops, but primarily I only collected the one from Ready Player One. I got the whole set. There's my beautiful bride. A large selection of Tolkien books and his works, and I have some Harry Potter stuff because I love Harry Potter. So that's kind of an idea of kind of where I spend most of my time. Now on the walls, you'll see I taped a bunch of things because I couldn't paint my walls and I wanted to make it kind of look kind of cool. So as you enter into the main room where most of my arcades are at, you'll see I actually got that little Polaroid thing, which is kind of fun for the girls that they come up and they love to take pictures. But here is just an amazing cabinet too. The three best are Tron, Dragon's Lair, and Star Wars, and T2, actually the four best. And this one's so great. It's still so much fun. I know they did a new one, but this one, I'm not going to trade it in. I just love the sit-down portion of this, and I want to make a cockpit for it too. Now, Pac-Man, the Anniversary Cab, has so many great games. My favorite game to play on this is Dig Dug. I think it's one of the best games of all time. Dig Dug is just a great game. Everything on this cabinet is wonderful to play. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful that we can actually have this in our arcades. Now I have the New Wave Toys set up to the TV just for aesthetics. I don't often play it on there. But this game, Outrun, I have the Outrun cabinet and I'm really happy with it. I'd like to get an upgrade to have some more games on it, but the games that I have and it comes with are great. They're a lot of fun and it gets a lot of play. And this is just a fun cabinet that's different. On the walls here, I have the Indiana Jones poster. I have a lot of 80s posters. My son did those. Perler beads. He was really into perler beads for a while. And Pokemon, obviously. And here is the Terminator 2 cabinet. As you can see, it's just gorgeous. I can't really say anything more. So some of these cabinets are just beautiful, and I hope you really enjoy them. I mean, that's the whole point. I really enjoy T2. Even though there's one game on it, it's still so much fun to play. It's the one that everybody comes and plays. NBA Jam is another great one. A lot of the kids love NBA Jam. They love playing NBA Jam. They come and challenge their friends to NBA Jam. It still gets a lot of play from the kids. I don't play it that often. I probably should play it some more. But it's not a game that I played often in the arcades. I went to games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Golden Axe. And here's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's the original one. It's a Gen 1. And it's fun, it's glorious. It doesn't get as much play because I've beat it so many times, but I still think the best beat 'em up is the Turtles in Time cabinet, or the Turtles in Time game. It's like, look at it. I put a coin door in it. I wasn't too smart. I should have put another coin door in it. Nintendo Force magazine puts out posters weekly. It's kind of like Nintendo Power today. And here's the Rampage cabinet, Gen 1. I still love it, still holds up perfectly. I haven't modded it, haven't done anything to it, and the controls work perfectly. 3 players works fine for Rampage. Even though it's cramped, it's still so much fun, but I love Joust. Joust on this cabinet is the best. Back to the Future poster, because you gotta have that. And my favorite game is Galaga. I still love this game, and I love that there's one cabinet dedicated to this glorious 80s Golden Age game. It's so much fun to play. I still play it all the time. And I encourage anybody, if you have any of the anniversary cabs, you don't have this one, just try to get high scores. You get better and better, and it's just so much fun. Now up above here is my kind of some plushies. I got a Stranger Things Pez thing. Just some of the collectibles I got from the 80s. The the Predator, Gremlins, a couple Gremlins. I got Gizmo on there. Here's the Final Fight cabinet. Obviously, you can get a bunch of these games on the Midway Legacy cabinet, so this is obviously Gen 1, and I love this game. The one I have up here is 1944, and that gets the most play on this particular cabinet. I love Strider. I love Final Fight. I mean, those games are glorious. Ghosts and Goblins, the hardest game I think ever, but it's just great. And this is the Tempest cabinet that I own. One of my favorite cabinets. I just did a 5-minute review on this, and it's so much fun to play. I never knew about some of these games because I didn't have them in the arcade when I was playing them, but I'm super blessed and super glad that I have this. It's so much fun because it's just an homage back in the day. Now this is above the TV that I have in there, and that's like the greatest edition of the DeLorean from Back to the Future, the closest one. I love it. I got that as a gift for my 40th birthday. And then this is just kind of I'm showing you guys a little bit of the room. And the last cabinet that I'll go over is the Golden Axe cabinet. This is one of my favorites of all time. Golden Axe game, Golden Axe 2, Revenge of Death Adder, Shinobi, Altered Beast. This cabinet, I don't think it gets as much love as it should. It's really one of my most favorite. And here are just the lights. Obviously it's very blue in here, so I chose blue. It kind of washes a bunch of the video out. But you get kind of an idea of what I did with the tape, just to kind of make it break up the walls a little bit, and some more from Nintendo Force magazine. So anyways, this is my game room, so to speak, my tour. I have a bunch of snacks for the kids to get because I kind of wanted to make it little candy, little chips. I have a gumball machine, and inside I have this refrigerator full of sodas that the kids can get. They can't get that beer, but everything else is just so much fun. And I really appreciate you guys taking the time to tour this. And please, as always, keep outrunning that neon sun.